This week on Infinite Gist, we gotta talk about the Bigfoot, some toe jam, and
we talked about Bigfoot.
we're gonna be doing about we're not talking about. We're just coming up.
Next time?
No, this one.
Which time? You're getting me all confused.
We're
I don't know
doing
what the hell you're even talking.
preview
Why in the
of the
hell are you doing
podcast.
this to me? I don't even know what
Because
the hell
it's
we're
what they
talking
do.
about.
This is the podcast way.
What?
We say, hey,
Come on.
coming up on the show today, we're going to be talking about big feet, 3 things and 6 people coming out of a plane and dropping money and
Oh yeah, we are going to talk about that
so
stuff.
stay tuned.
But that's already
We have
happened.
a great show,
It is going to be a good show, I hope. Again,
even though it already happened.
but it
Did it happen? Welcome.
Hi,
We are here,
which
on
is
Infinite Gist.
just please
Wah, cheers.
get it right.
It's a free LaCroix commercial. So what's going on, Harold?
I
It
am
seemed like you were at work all day today.
I was working hard today,
Hardly working.
doing what I usually do,
Yeah.
which is defending the universe from the invasion.
Why don't you talk to the mic while you're talking?
The
You
microphone.
don't have to yell, though. I can hear you fine right
you-
here.
Well, I always raise
not
my
that
voice
far.
with you, though. It's just
You
something
never
I
yell
always.
at me.
Yeah,
No, you don't.
I yell at everybody, but just defending the universe from the invasion.
This tastes like flavored water.
That's what I was telling you. It doesn't have anything in it other than whatever it says it
Orange
has in
flavored,
it.
natural,
Orange
sparkling
flavored.
LaCroix. Now,
It's LaCroix.
something happened with this company where they got in trouble.
I truthfully don't know, and I don't want to get sued.
I thought it was like they didn't have
It probably said it was natural and it wasn't.
something like that.
Or
Yeah,
it wasn't natural and it was.
natural flavors. That's what it was.
It was natural flavors. Well, everything's natural if you
Came out
get
of a
down
cat's
to it.
butt or something.
Anything can be natural, and then you create it and make it unnatural.
You know what
What's wrong?
I've been hearing lately is the buzzword masterclass.
Masterclass.
What does that even mean?
Masterclass? I guess that would be like a group of the best, the greatest.
The
And they-
best of
and
the
they
class.
teach a class.
I feel like I'm a little.
What's wrong? Something wrong?
I feel like
you
I'm
need
not-
to be more comfortable.
I'm kind of not
Careful
angled.
that chair.
Holy smokes!
You need to be careful that chair. So the
Can I sit like this? Is that legal?
try it. It's not a bad place.
Oh yeah.
It's
check that
It's kind of a jungly
feel
setting
like-
today.
Can you even hear me if I'm this far
I
away?
hope we can.
Can you hear me?
I hope so.
I-
Because audio seems to be a major problem with
You know,
video
I
production.
think audio's gonna be good. We should probably do a marker check. Thank you.
Hi.
And ready to rock.
We have been.
All I see is a bunch of leaves in your face.
Where?
You're like a leafy face.
So
Do you
the
need sunglasses?
I got somebody.
You know what? We might get blown out. I don't know if this is gonna
What do you mean? How are we
You
gonna
know,
get blown out?
resolution.
Is there anybody? Oh, cause the
I feel like this tree's over in my neck of the woods.
Oh my God! It's always a complaint.
That's so much better.
Is that better?
I feel like I'm actually relaxing.
You can relax here. Relax here
Are
in beautiful,
I don't know what that
sunny
means.
Riverton Heights.
you wearing those fake teeth again?
No,
What's up with the glasses, dude?
I want to look cool.
I was wondering if you were gonna have any glasses. 'Cause it's
Well, I
super
had
sunny
to.
out.
I don't know where my other glasses are. All of a
We
sudden,
are
the sun
in
came out.
West Seattle.
No, we're not anywhere near it. We're
somewhere
in
near
beautiful Tukwila.
the West Seattle area.
No, West Seattle's like west. This is east.
When I ask people what we should talk about, because we have nothing to really promote, we do have.
things.
Let me tell you something. We do have an interview coming up. Todd Downing, who's a writer, director, producer, graphic designer. Dude's amazing.
Wow.
He's got a good skill set. So stay tuned for that interview.
And that's coming up.
That's coming up.
Todd Downing,
Todd Downing, no relation, even though he is my brother from another mother,
but no relation.
but no relation. So we are live with Todd Downing. Same last name
Hello,
as,
Mr. Downing.
as myself. He is no relation though. But you know what though? There's got to be somewhere down the line.
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure.
so let's say, who is Todd Downing? First of all, this is how what I know of Todd Downing. He's an author, director, a producer, voice artist, a graphic and game designer, a screenwriter, and an actor. The man is full of many talents.
Full to bursting. I gotta drop some weight.
Well, that seems to be an American issue as well. I think
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. It's one of those consistent battles that we do.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because they put sugar and salt in everything.
Right. So you just kind of have
Right?
to, you got to figure out what not to eat.
Exactly.
Now, Todd,
Exactly.
you have, we first met on
Yes.
a film that you created,
Right? Ordinary Angels.
Ordinary Angels, and you were the
Back
first
in
one to give me.
2006.
What was that?
Back in 2006.
Wow. Way back in the day. You were the first one to
Back in
give
the
me
day.
a role, which was awesome.
Really?
Very appreciative. Yes, one of the first roles
That's
I
awesome.
have ever landed. I don't even know
You
how
got
we
to play
met.
a fallen angel.
Yeah.
And
So
a badass at that because everybody else had umbrellas out in the bitter cold of the Seattle November when we shot, and you were the only one without
that was
because you didn't need one.
the kind way to say you don't need an umbrella. Just stand out in the rain. No one's gonna tell. You just look like you're a badass.
Yeah,
You know, ironically,
it was the long leather jacket really helped.
I still have that jacket.
Yeah.
Isn't that hilarious?
Well, and then the skull and crossbones belt buckle
Yes,
that you used.
still have that too.
You brought that out of retirement to play Death Wish in the Collectibles web series.
Right, which is another web series that you created.
Co-created with some very talented people, Dan Heinrich, Trish Lloyd, and we had just a bunch of amazing producers on that, and such great talent too.
That is awesome. What now? You have a backstory. Like during the time that you were doing these films, you also were creating games.
Right, right. Well, I've been playing role playing games since I was in school. Junior high, probably seventh grade, maybe even sixth grade. I think I go back to '80, and then yeah, everybody kind of that was at the height of Dungeons and Dragons and Champions and a whole bunch of other really great early role playing games. And I was writing at the same time, writing a lot of fiction and writing screenplays and just kind of starting to hone those crafts. And so yeah, in the mid '90s, I actually started to write for other game companies, and then eventually started my own publishing company called Deep Seven Press. And we produced the official licensed Red Dwarf role-playing game and the Aeroflight Epic Fantasy role-playing game, a bunch of other stuff, including the Airship Daedalus pulp adventure role-playing game.
That's awesome. Now, what started you down the path of becoming an author for writing the books?
It's all kind of part of being a storyteller. It's kind of one facet of being a storyteller. And I've done a lot of collaborative storytelling through RPG design and screenplay writing. Screenwriting is a very collaborative art form as well because, it's not just you. Once you're done, then you hand it over to a director, producers, and, everybody gets to have input on how to create the final version of what you've written. And so that's just kind of the start. What I like about long form writing, like novels and things like that, is that it's all you. It's all like you are the beginning and the end. You are quality control. You have absolute say, but then it's all on your shoulders. If it sucks, it's because of you.
So that's what kind of drove you to become an author, is that you have the full all the strings that you can actually direct on where you want the story to go and to lead.
Exactly. You have the most amount of control out of all of these different kinds of art forms. There are times when I really, really embrace a collaborative art form, or an interactive art form. I also did art and design for the role playing game industry for about 10 years,
Wow.
or the not the role playing game, the computer game industry. So,
Oh,
um,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's all kind of part of the same beast, different aspects of it. But I'm really at a point right now where I've gone back to the long form in a big way,
Mm-hmm.
after kind of flirting with it in the '90s. And that was I was pretty young, and there wasn't really a way to self-publish at the time. So I was going the traditional route, and I've got a file cabinet full of rejection letters, and um,
That's part of the whole.
like,
That's part of the business, though, right?
it
You've
is.
heard
It totally
thousands
is.
of stories about being rejected, and just keep
Yep.
on pushing forward and take one step at a time and don't give up.
Yeah. J.K. Rowling, Stephen King. I mean, they've all been there and done that. And so
Wow.
I had that experience too. Early on, I had a novel that was optioned by Time Warner Books.
Mm-hmm.
They had an imprint for new authors, and I had an option, and it didn't get published, thankfully, in retrospect, because I don't think I was ready.
Interesting.
And so, another 20 years of experience of writing and honing my craft, and suddenly I'm like, okay, now's the time.
Yeah.
I actually feel confident in the work that I'm producing.
And you've come
And
out with several books.
well, yeah, the Airship Daedalus series now has 4 books in it, with a 5th that's in progress, and we also have an anthology, which is a compilation of a bunch of short stories that other authors, as well as myself, put together, and all of those short stories happen within the Airship Daedalus setting. So
Wow.
it's kind of an extension of that world.
That's amazing that you are so collaborative and then also so focused on writing these books. How long does it take you usually to complete a book?
Well, the novels that I'm writing, I'm doing it in kind of the pulp style. So I'm only writing, say, 50 or 60,000 words, which, by a modern standpoint, that's kind of the minimum size. That ends up, when you go to print, that ends up being 320 pages ish.
Okay.
Between the high 200s and to the mid 300s. So, they're not, they're not Tolkien, they're not George R.R. Martin, that kind of, length and depth.
Sure.
But they're really consumable. They're really fun, and they're like chock full of action. I've been getting a lot of good reviews. Just the challenge is always marketing and getting more eyeballs on your product.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say your genre is then?
I like to write in just about any genre, especially fantasy, sci-fi, horror. I've done a lot of screenwriting in horror, a lot of screenwriting in sci-fi, as well as rom-coms and that kind of stuff. But in long form, my thing right now, and this is really the niche of Airship Daedalus and that whole setting, is it's kind of a new twist on classic pulp adventure. So kind of like Indiana Jones meets The Rocketeer, but with better representation.
All right. So just a side question out of my curiosity, when you're writing these novels and they're a series and they're all connected, do you take notes and have to you're actually writing notes down to remember that you can reference something in a previous book?
Oh, absolutely. And there are times when I have to go back and actually look at the manuscript for a previous book and go, now how did I describe this so that I don't counter,
Yeah.
so I don't contradict myself.
That's fascinating to me that you always have to remember.
Yeah.
You have to do your own homework on yourself.
Well, you do have to. You got to keep copious notes. I'm always doing research. I've always got like half a dozen, search windows open while I'm writing. I use Scrivener, which is a writing tool. It's really ideal for novelists because it allows you to catalog everything, keep lots of notes, keep lots of reference, and then it allows you also to move entire sections around. If you need, this half of this chapter needs to go before what happens here, you can actually just scoot it around, and it's not as cumbersome as like working a Word file.
Yeah, well, Microsoft Word, definitely. So tell us, you said something just dropped recently. You have an audiobook that's dropping?
Right, yes. The audiobook for the first Airship Daedalus novel, A Shield Against the Darkness, is now available on Audible, which is very exciting.
That's super exciting.
It was narrated by an actor friend of mine in Los Angeles, Jeremiah Pizer, under the name of Corey Fox. And he has a whole business that a studio in his home in LA, and he actually does this professionally. And, we had worked together previously, and I saw that he was doing audiobooks. I went, hey, let's do this. And so, we worked out the royalty split, and he did it, turned it around really fast. And so it's currently on Audible, and it will be on iTunes soon.
That's awesome.
And then the fourth Airship Daedalus novel, Legend of the Savage Isle, it just came out at the beginning of May.
Oh, very cool. All right. And then if people are interested in finding more about the things you're working on, where can they find you?
Well, I am on Twitter at Toddo. That's Toddo. It's 3 Ds. Always got to put the 3 Ds in there. I'm at ToddDowning.com, again with the 3 Ds. I'm also Todd Downing /author on Facebook. And they can also check out airshipdaedalus.com and also Airship Daedalus on Facebook.
That's great. I will definitely put the notes, the links in the show notes for everybody to take a look at. And we definitely appreciate you, Todd, coming on.
Awesome, man.
And let us know if there's anything else that we could further promote for you.
Awesome. Well, you didn't mention that you were actually part of the Aegis verse, the Airship Daedalus setting.
It's because I'm modest. and also because I was very green and nervous as hell to even do any kind of audio recordings. But I've actually, that's the one thing, that was the first time I've ever gotten a chance to do any kind of audio work, voiceover work, and since then I've been doing more. But Todd, you've been the pioneer for me. I appreciate
That's awesome.
That.
Well, let's mention just real quick before we sign off here that Joe played Danny Long, Chinatown Private Eye, in one of the Aegis Tales radio adventures. And those are actually streaming on airshipdaedalus.com.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you. That was, and I appreciate everything that you've done and in helping me kind of grow as an actor as well. So that's huge.
Oh, dude, I love working with you, man. You bring such exuberance and positivity to everything that you work on. So I'm always happy to have you aboard.
We still have people bring up the collectibles. I run into people once in a while, and that's become pretty popular.
I know. I wish it was more popular when it was actually out and when it was launched, And
isn't that the case?
It's always the case, man. When's there going to be a second season? Well, nobody funded the first season, so
Right.
It takes dollars. That's the one thing also about long-form fiction. I'm writing books. It doesn't take me a huge overhead to produce something.
Yes. Well, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you, Joe.
And we look forward to talking to you in the future.
All righty, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Never mind.
Someone wanted to find out about Bigfoot for some reason. Do you think big feet are real?
Big feet are real. I've seen them on a lot of different people.
Seem to have some big feet there.
Mine, no, my feet just smell. In fact, I gotta cut my toenails because they're starting to hurt. Yeah, you can tell.
If you grow them out too far, it hurts?
They'll start crunching on your toes when you're walking around. I walk on my toes.
Does it click, clack?
Well, actually, I walk on my feet. I'm trying to figure this out, but I
we
roll.
Walk on all our feet.
I roll with my toes.
Roll?
So some people walk on their heels. I walk on my toes.
Do you really?
I have to trim my toenails.
Starts to hurt.
Because, yes, they start getting
Is there a reason why you don't? So when you're in parades and doing all the things that you do, you walk on your toes like a ballerina?
Kinda. I used to when I was younger. I did it a lot more than I do now. I'm getting I'm getting older now, and so it's a little bit more difficult. But I still do it. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, I prefer it. It's pretty good stuff.
But have you ever seen Bigfoot? Do you have a Bigfoot costume?
I do. I could probably make one. Karen could make one.
But you don't have one.
I've got stuff that could be used that way, but Bigfoot is a.
What's the whole story there?
Well,
Hairy
what I
dude
heard.
Walking around.
What
naked.
I heard was that Bigfoot. There was a Northwest Airliners jet up at the airport, and Bigfoot was in the back of the plane and handed a note to the stewardess and said, I need $200,000 in unmarked bills, and I'm taking the jet. And so they unloaded. He managed to unload everybody. They got into the airplane and took off from SeaTac Airport, and they were going down a...
You just said he was already in a plane, and then they unloaded. And
they unloaded the people that were in the plane, because he took the plane. There were people on the plane. And so they unloaded the people.
Isn't that DB
and
dude?
then I'm telling you the Bigfoot story.
Okay.
So the Bigfoot, then they took the plane and they were flying south. They gave him the money. I don't know where they got the money.
How much?
I think it was $200,000.
Okay.
And they gave him the money in unmarked bills, and he got on a parachute and jumped out of the airplane and disappeared.
That's the DB Cooper dude.
That's the Bigfoot.
Same guy?
I'm just saying. Okay, you asked me the story about the Bigfoot.
Wasn't he from Washington?
Yes.
So is Bigfoot.
No, Bigfoot is from Washington. Right. That's what I'm telling you. And so anyways,
same dude.
Bigfoot, they found some money and stuff.
They found the money?
They found some money, not all the money.
Did he go to Europe?
He might have, because they never have found Bigfoot since.
And
if you notice, from that same time period, you notice that there's all these old movies of Bigfoot, but there's nothing new going on. So that tells you Bigfoot left the country. He split.
What about the sightings they see?
That's all made up.
Has that been Snoqualmie or something?
Yeah, but that's different. That's a different thing.
That's not Bigfoot.
No, this is a whole different story. Yeah, that's different.
The Sasquatch.
Sasquatches are different.
How are they different?
Well, Bigfoot...
I'm getting a tan right now.
I gave you the story, but Bigfoot took $200,000
from a plane,
out of a plane, and jumped out with a parachute and disappeared. And the Sasquatch, people make up that they see him.
Oh, that's a made up dude.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rest of it's all pretty real. But the
Bigfoot
Bigfoot,
pretty hairy to me.
They are. The other thing that I heard about Bigfoots is they're smelly, which would go with the feet thing. They probably walk on their toes.
Personally.
They walk on their toes.
Why do people's feet stink? Is it sweat?
I think the toe fungus, the hairy junk. You know the junk that gets in your toenails and you have to dig it out?
Toe jam.
Right! That's the stuff. That
Never
sets
had
it
toe
off.
jam.
You never have? Oh, you gotta try it. Just put it on...
bread?
Yeah.
Spread it.
Oh, it's the stuff.
Hey,
but the big...
Eat it if you got it.
Yeah, and so anyways, the Bigfoot, that's probably why they smell.
Sounds
it's from
really
the
gross.
toe jam. Uh-oh. That's one now.
He likes toe jam.
Oh, that's a dog.
Would you ever have a dog named Toe Jam? Hey, Toe Jam, come here.
I don't think I would do that, because then... but, you know...
Holy
if
smokes,
you had a
it's hot.
dog... Say you had a dog like Asshole.
Asshole.
Hey, Asshole! And everybody turn and look at you.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as as soon as the dog did anything.
They'd be like, oh, that's a good asshole.
Could be. Yeah, come
Good
here.
boy.
Come on. Are you gonna
Would you
pet
call him Ass for short, though?
ass? I don't know. But
That's a long name, Asshole.
asshole. I don't know. It ain't that bad.
Come on, ass.
You ever like those dogs at the dog show where like
That's all you got for Bigfoot?
Penelope generalized so and so? No, I'm telling you about the Bigfoot. And then there was another Bigfoot story that I heard.
This tastes like air freshener.
It does, doesn't it? I think that's why they got in trouble. They mislabeled the cans.
Wow.
I
The
guess
cat just like plopped down.
Yeah, it happens. But the
whole house.
the other Bigfoot story I heard was there was 3 of them, and they escaped out of Alcatraz Island, and they never did find them.
Do they eat porridge?
I have no clue what the big feet did, because that would be feet.
That
It was
was
in
6.
plural. There's 3 of them.
6.
Well, it would be 6 feet because they were but they disappeared.
6 foot Bigfoot.
They jumped into the bay and they disappeared.
Huh.
And I heard that story, and
You know what's
they went
amazing?
away. What's
we
that?
happen to set up the chairs where the freaking sun is right in our face.
Well, you want to get a tan out here, right? Or is this gonna?
I'm pretty much tanned.
No, you're gonna get
Something's-
tanner.
Something's.
Is someone trying to talk to us?
No,
I'm
just making
hoping.
sure I'm recording.
But the thing is the whole Bigfoot
Look at it.
story is.
I thought you already told 2. You're done.
It's pretty
It's your limit.
much.
I think they said Elvis was like Bigfoot. There was a rumor that Elvis was actually Bigfoot because the way he moved and walked wasn't natural.
I've
And
heard.
Elvis also was not that natural when he moved and walked.
Well, they're saying he didn't die. He's still Elvis
I heard
lives.
that part.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot
And
of
that would work.
stories about other people.
Yeah, that would work. But then you got UFOs that can
Right.
deposit big feet around. Or
UFOs.
Elvis.
Have you ever seen a UFO? Like-
The only thing that I've ever seen, it came across the sky,
Like I've been sunburned.
and it was almost like a satellite. Came across the sky, stopped, and then turned and went to the north. And
You did see it?
That was really weird. Yeah, but I could
Was
have
it
been.
a dot?
I might have been intoxicated. This was years ago.
So came to the sky.
Years ago.
Stopped
Came
and
across,
turned.
stopped, and then turned and went at a 90-degree angle.
So
I
heard,
went like, whoa, dude. That's like, whoa, man. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
like you were Keanu Reeves or something.
Whoa. Yeah, pretty much. But this was before he was even born, I suspect.
Are these even real?
Everything is real. Everything is real. Synthetic, but real.
Oh.
But the thing is
I still want to see a UFO.
that thing flew away.
All right, I got a story for you. So my wife and I, before we were married, went to Salt Lake City. I went to the Salt Flats, and I saw this big dragonfly. Now you see a dragonfly; they're pretty petite
Yeah,
and they're colorful.
yeah.
This thing was thick, big, and it was just
Mutated.
black.
Mutated. That was not a dragonfly.
So the thing's hovering, right? And it's looking at us. And I'm thinking, what the heck?
Oh.
It goes in,
Yeah,
and as soon as we caught tension of it, it went back out.
yeah.
And I was about to swat it.
Yeah, I would.
And as soon as I went to kind of swat it, it backed up, and then it went forward. And then it backed up. And I'm thinking,
That's
was no
trip.
dragonfly.
Dude.
That was like a freaking
UFO.
drone.
It was a drone?
Well, it's not unidentified. It's a dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
I identified
drone.
it as a dragonfly.
I thought. Hang on a minute.
Never seen one
I'm
of
not
them
gonna,
before.
I'm not going to leave you here.
I think there's like a
Oh, I just
military
left you here.
base somewhere over there that I think
There
they
is.
must do some kind of weird practicing of flying objects. Harold probably has a dragonfly.
Yeah. So did it look like that? Oops.
You know what? It wasn't too far fetched of this, but I mean this is pretty big, and it was just about the same size.
There you go.
It was like what is that? Like a thickness of a AA battery, maybe a little bit longer.
There you have it.
And then it had 2 wings, and it was literally going, and it was about that size. So it was shaking,
See?
and it was just kind of flapping and then coming back, flapping and going back.
That's the amazing part of of being here is I can get props like that. I can just run and get props. And so this is another
the prop
example.
master.
Yeah. So the Great Salt Lake, is it really that great?
It's pretty big.
But is it great? That's what I'm asking.
I was pretty impressed.
Were you? You're like, wow. This thing is great. I'm so happy that I'm here.
It makes me want to go back during the winter when it's cooler because it was so freaking hot and it was so bright. Like you literally could not take off your glasses. It was so bright.
Oh, because of the white.
The white
salty
was just coming out.
Saltness.
And you wanted to take pictures and...
Did you want to eat the salt?
Part of me wanted to taste it.
I would have.
But I mean, it's
You're
salty.
there.
It's salty.
Yeah, but you're there, man.
They
you
actually have
traveled.
a salt mine over there.
Well, I would hope so.
They probably
if it's
use
a
it.
Salt Lake. But
It's pretty amazing.
We went down to Phoenix. We came back. We were on vacation.
100 and what?
It was 115, and we went down and saw the grandbabies
amazing.
and their little family, and it was super duper cool. We saw there's brand new baby.
Oh, we need to pause for a commercial.
I'm really busy. I'm trying to tell you the story is 115.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
And it was really hot.
Stay tuned.
I'm just saying it was hot.
Don't just be standing there looking stupid like her or anything. You come on down and see me, the king. I am the king of cars. You know what I'm saying? The king of cars. Let me tell you something. I'll put your ass in this beautiful car right here. This is the finest automobile you ever seen. It's loaded. And I'm saying loaded because it's loaded. It's got everything in it you ever need. You come on down here and you come here. Oh, I'm supposed to talk a lower voice. So you come on down here and I'll talk to you down lower. Let me tell you something about this car. You come here and give me $100 bills, put $100 bills in my hand, more. And I say, stop, that's enough money. I don't need no more money. You know, let me tell you something else. You know why I'm standing in front of this car? So I don't have to push it from behind. You come on down and see me at the king. I am the king. The king.
So you were saying...
About what?
Something about hot.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the Salt Lake City?
No, that was great. The
habanero sauce?
Habanero sauce is pretty hot.
Sauce?
Hacha.
Isn't that what pepper spray is made out of?
Pepper spray is made out of pepper, and I think it's got...
You got peppers in Arizona?
What are they? God, I can't think of the name of them damn things. They're horrible. I don't know. I don't think there's anything in Arizona.
Did you crack an egg and cook it on the sidewalk?
I
Did
wasn't...
you hear that plane? Does that plane sound like it's in distress?
Does kind of, don't it? Well, maybe we've got something going on here with this podcast.
Holy smokes.
They'll do that, though. Sometimes when they're coming in the land, they'll kind of, I don't think so, and then they'll take off and go around
That's
again.
Scary.
They go on a tour of Burien, as I call it.
Going to Europe?
Burien.
100 and what?
115.
Whew.
But we didn't do a lot. We kind of stayed in, and
you can't move that fast in 115
Whew.
degree weather.
Well, the heat comes out of everything. It's like it's in the ground, and it's coming up, and it's in the trees and in the buildings, and
So if it's that
it's
hot
just
and it's in the ground,
everywhere heat.
how do you get cold water out of the sink?
That
Or if it's
pipe's
just
got to go way down low.
80 degree
I don't
pipes?
know. A lot of houses, they have salt treatment and stuff, and maybe they cool their water. I don't think so. I think, oh, excuse me.
See?
Hang
You're
on a
eating
minute.
crotch.
I got
The crotch. Cheers.
a lot of people get their water out of their refrigerator.
Oh.
So they just probably pipe it,
that
pour it
makes
off.
sense. Yeah, I'd probably
Because
do
it's
that
so
too.
damn hot. But I'm telling you what, you just kind of... I laid around a lot. My back
Did you?
was so sore from
You
just
said you
laying
felt good,
around.
though.
I did. My body quit hurting, but I was sore from laying around, if that makes any sense.
Have you done any acupuncture to help your body not hurt?
No way.
Are you feeling the
That's
sun?
crazy. That's
Is the sun
insane.
helping you?
This right now makes me feel better.
Yeah?
I feel better right now.
It's almost like you're a piece of bacon.
But the sun, there's
Yeah,
just
just called
something
you a
about
pig.
the heat. There's something about the heat that, I don't know, man. There's less, it's drier down there, and it just feels better.
I haven't worked out in Lost count.
There you go.
Look at my pants are all dirty.
From what?
I don't know.
This chair?
Probably.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I hope not. I cleaned everything.
Yeah.
Sorta. Except for where you were seated, but everything else I cleaned.
Yeah. Your chair's sparkly.
But I cleaned it up. Yeah, it gets. We do that. We do sparkles. Oh, look at that. But the
You got any
What?
parades? I was gonna say pyramids, but that's not the right word.
we've got
What's coming up this next weekend?
Saturday.
Of course, then I'm editing on Sunday, so I probably won't have it.
Hold it. Sunday night.
It's got to go up live though.
Sunday night, Barracks is playing over at the Skylark Tavern over in West Seattle. We saw Barracks play down at the Georgetown Carnival. It'd be in Georgetown.
Did you wear earplugs?
And so it was down in Georgetown. We did that
They're really loud though.
almost 2 weeks ago. Oh, they're very loud. You want to take earplugs for those guys.
Right? Where does the carnival go?
The carnival is on Airport Way, right where the old brewery buildings are, and they had live stages with music, and we were dressed up as Zig and Marmalade Clown were there. We were handing out
Zig.
Zig.
Marmalade.
Yeah, Marmalade.
Going with the name.
Marmalade has a name, and so Marmalade Clown and Zig were there, and we handed out clown noses with the Big Top Curiosity Shop,
Big Top Curiosity
which
Shop.
is down in South Park. And so we were handing out clown noses with the panda from that store.
Whew.
And
That must have been a hot day.
the panda was very, very hot. We also had a cat with us. There was a giant cat riding on a bicycle, which I thought that was pretty cool.
That's clever.
And we handed out that, and then Zig handed out spiders to all the little kids and stuff. And
My camera
we did
stopped
that.
filming.
That's a bad sign. And so
I think it's heated. I think
is
that the heat got to it.
did we get clobbed?
All right.
But anyways,
We had an overheating issue.
can you believe that? Is that thing crooked or is it
Back.
just me? Is it crooked?
Probably a little bit of both.
Is it?
That seems straight.
Huh. Okay. I was just wondering. So we that would be a good place to put a commercial
Yeah.
with the overheating. Are you tired? Are you overheated? Something like that.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. Go to sleep in the sun.
Go put on some big feet.
You could.
Sneak.
But we got Barracks Sunday night. They've got some other stuff coming up. I'll have to get a little better
Yeah.
about posting it, but
need to get
it's not
posted.
any time right away. And then
Anyone you want to say hi to?
Big Top Curiosity Shop down there in beautiful downtown South Park. The absolute yes, the 37th wonder of the world, closely following 36.
Isn't South
South
Park part
Park.
of West Seattle?
Not at all. It has nothing to do with West Seattle. West Seattle, you just got this thing about West Seattle. It's just like,
Yeah, it's a
what
big
do you like
strip.
it there? You don't even go over there, do you? Do you ever go to West Seattle?
Sure.
I used to live there.
Yeah, me too.
I lived over there on California Avenue,
Yeah.
and I was when I was young.
I was off of Brandon Street.
I was born. I was
40th
off
and
of.
Brandon.
I was on California, just by Hudson
I
Street.
feel like a couple old guys are saying, yeah,
yeah.
back in the day.
Well, in that was back in the
I
day,
used to be Bigfoot and lived in West Seattle.
but it was California and Hudson, and right across the street was a theater.
Todd Downing used to live in West Seattle.
Get out of here.
Small West Seattle.
Any relation?
No,
Oh.
no relation.
But I mean, really, I lived right across from the Granada Theater where they played. They had silent movies, and they played silent movies. It was real cheap, and you'd watch these old silent movies, and that's where I got started with that stuff. A lot of fun.
Over there, huh?
A lot of fun. Yeah, and then they knocked the place down. I went to school. You know where Jefferson Square is?
I know the name.
There's
Is it
a little
school?
shopping thing, Jefferson Square, right in the junction.
Junction?
Yeah.
I know the Junction.
Okay.
Is that where Easy Street Records is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, right over from there was like a Safeway store, and now it's Jefferson Square. That
I used to go to that Safeway.
Okay, well, that was Jefferson School before it was a Safeway,
What?
and I
They
went to
changed
elementary
the
school
into
there.
a Safeway?
They knocked that thing down in the name of progress. And they
fascinating.
knocked that school down. It was a classic Seattle school, like 1910 or something. Old building, neat
That was
building.
when you were born?
I was born at a very young age.
In 1910.
And so anyways, that was where it was, and that's where I went to school.
Your cat loves me.
Yeah, she's a good cat. Especially
What's her
people
name? Mello?
that are allergic.
Mellow?
Her name is allergenic.
Allergenic.
And so she's highly allergenic.
All animals are good animals.
But she's that's Willow.
Oh, Willow.
Willow the gray
Not
kitty.
Mellow, but Willow.
No,
That
she
was
is
close.
mellow though. Look at her laying there.
Yeah.
But she's Willow, and she's a happy cat.
Well, folks, that about wraps us up.
We've got
We're keeping these tighter.
someone told us they complained.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't heard
They
the
said we
complaint.
talked too long. But then I heard from someone else that we didn't talk enough, that the shows needed to be longer.
Yep.
I've heard that. And they said, you need to make them longer. I'm like, I can only talk so long. And then I get tired. I got to take a nap. But yeah, I think we probably should wrap up. It's been, this has been one of the more interesting shoots because we're outdoors. But we keep trying new
New
ideas, new
gotta
places.
change it up.
Yeah, you do. You
Keep
always
things
have
going.
to keep it fresh. And
All
so,
right.
did I tell you? I told you I fixed the car.
Yeah.
The big car's fixed.
It's not smelling like gasoline anymore.
No, we're
It's a good thing.
not in danger of burning as much.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's that.
All right.
And
Next week,
next week,
send us your ideas,
Please.
comments.
please,
We need to promote.
anything
We can go to your place.
we could.
This is an easy setup. Very simplistic.
Yes, and
So,
it doesn't take too
Nothing
long.
fancy,
No,
But say ta-ta.
why?
That means goodbye.
Okay.
Ciao.
See you later. Lunch.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
This
Costumes.
is behind the scenes. We're about to make a commercial.
You made this whole beautiful thing. She made the whole.
You made the cape?
everything.
Well, I added to it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're actually here at Best Buy parking lot to do a short skit commercial with Harold.
All this was a junk suit, and she put all the sequins on it.
Kind of look like Evel Knievel right now.
Oh my God, she does beautiful work. What can I say? Without her, I am nothing.
We'll put this at the end of our
True.
podcast.
Very true. Yeah.
This is the stuff we do for cheap entertainment.
Well, it's getting pretty cheap.
We go to people car lots that are not real car lots to make it look like it's a car lot. Which car are you gonna sell?
Our car.
Oh,
Don't you think?
Sure.
Huh?
wow!
There it is.
You made that?
Well, I added all the. Yeah, that's right. I did.
Yeah, you did.
That's
I made it into
amazing.
a cape, and then I put all the stuff around it.
That's a lot of sequins.
Yes.
She did a lot of work.
This was a piece of material.
Oh.
And I added the paint.
So you didn't
and
sequin
this.
it, each sequin in.
No. And I added all this, which is really cool, actually.
You're gonna have to teach Harold how to talk like Elvis.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You just.
I think it's all wrong.
How you doing there, buddy?
I take the
Or.
Your mouth.
or.
All right, so you're gonna totally improvise this, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's all about the improv.
Let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna set up this shot. What I'm gonna do is I'll pan over to you, okay?